Hey, KG4NWE here, and I wanted to do a little video about something new that I got in the mail this week. I have used this transceiver non-stop since the day I got it last week, and I absolutely love it. There's been a lot of things that's talked about it, a lot of things that people say are bad about it, a lot of things that people want to change about it, and a lot of things that really just don't matter about it. That is the Ailunce HD1. It's right here. Ailunce HD1. And my first impressions about this radio, this guy is big. It feels like a really good radio. Stuff falling off my desk here. Feels like a good radio. It feels like it's quality built. It's not heavy, but it's not lightweight toy either. It's a pretty sturdy radio, and let me get the. Now I have an aftermarket antenna on my 2017, not 2017. This is my MD380 here, and it's got TY tools on it. But look here. You can see it's about a ½ inch or so taller, and it's about a little bit wider there. Yeah, same weight, maybe an ounce or so heavier, but that doesn't matter, because on the MD 2017, we all know that the battery lasts about 20 minutes. That's an exaggeration, but we all know that the battery on the 2017 has left much to be desired. This battery on this thing right here is a 3150 or 3200 milliamp battery, and it will last you all day. It will last you all day, and half of tomorrow. This thing lasts forever. Okay, to turn it on, I really like the menus, and to change the channel, it's got a channel dial here, and you can rotate the channel dial, and it rotates the channels one way or the other. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter which way you go. You can go either way, but it just keeps going. It goes round and round and round and round and round and round and round. In your zones, say band-aid set zone, I can set the zone to my zone spot. I can set the zone to home and work, which is basically the Rock Hill, South Carolina repeater and the Charlotte repeater, and a couple local UHF, VHF, analog FM repeaters. Or I can set it to all channels. If I set the zone to all channels, all the channels that I program into my software, and you would go to your zone and you would pick which channels you want to be in your zone. But if you select all channels, you roll around here and you're gonna roll around. You're gonna see every channel that you programmed in. It's zoneless, so to speak. All channels is the zone with all the channels. That's pretty cool, because you don't have to go to zones, and changing zones is easy. As easy as going to band-aid set zone, and you rotate the dial. You can pick your zone. There you go, and it's set. It's set to zone. It shows. It has a couple options. Right here, it's got. And I've been digging outside in the dirt there, but planting flowers with my mama. But it's got. I think I hit the transmit button there. But it's got zone band A up here at the top, and then it's got a clock here at the bottom. You can set it. You push this button, and it'll show you the two. So what I like to do, I like to put the top zone on let's say we'll put it on Midlands, which is a South Carolina talk group that I use often, or I'll put it on 3100 or TAC 310. And then the bottom is on W4CHR local FM repeater here. So if nothing's going on, let's key up TAC 310 and we'll see if somebody's on there. And there is. And it will, if somebody's on 310, I'll hear that. If somebody's on W4CHR, I'll hear that. You can't hear them both at the same time. But if nobody's talking on 310 and somebody comes in on my local repeater, then I'll hear the local repeater. If nobody's on the local repeater and somebody talks on 310, then I'll hear that. That's pretty neat. I like that feature. That's really cool. And you can always change it to one at a time. You can have the time there and the repeater, or you can hit the star button and it'll switch them. So now there's TAC 310 at the top and a clock at the bottom, or you could switch it and the repeater's at the bottom and clock's at the top. That's really nice. It's a very nice feature. It also has a feature where you can have VFO mode. Hit the exit button. Now it's in VFO. You can program in a channel. Look at that. VFO mode. It has promiscuous mode. You go to menu, Band-Aid set. You go down to promiscuous. Boom, there it is. Hit, turn it on. There it is. And setting the talk group is easy. You can program this radio from right here. I'm not going to say it's easy, but it's as simple as you punch in the frequency, you punch in the name of the channel, you set you have your contacts you can get into. So first you would set the contact. You would name a contact, the talk group, the name, and whether it's group or private. And then you save that. Then you punch in the frequency you want to be on, and you set a talk group to be on that frequency, and then you would name it, and then you would save it, and then you can save it to a zone. And it takes about the same time, or it's a little bit faster than actually opening up the software and punching it in on the software. And then you have to click write to radio and all that stuff. It's a good bit faster than doing it that way. You can do it that way, and the software is really easy to use. It's a lot different from the CPS software that you used with your MD 2017 and your MD 380, but it is very simple. What I did with my ZumSpot is I set my frequency on 434.58. I set it to digital. I set it to group. And of course, before that, I went in and wrote all the contacts, all the talk groups, and then I named them all. And then I went in and set the frequency, the transmit and the receive, and then set it to digital. And then there's a little button on the side you click to do the rest of the stuff. I set my ZumSpot on, talk group time slot 1, and then I set it admit criteria. I set the color code 1. And then over here where you pick your, now this is Facebook, but anyway, and it's easy. And then you just copy that, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, and then all you have to do on your programming software after that is go in and just change the talk group for the contact, and then name it, and then go down to the next one, and that way, if that makes any sense to you, it might not, but if it doesn't make sense, if you need help programming this radio, feel free to contact me on Facebook. I'll be more than happy to help you out. I listen to 310 most of the day, 3100 occasionally, and I'm easy to find, so that's that. If you need help with it. Other than that, I really like the radio. The audio on W4. Let's see, on a local repeater here. I'll let you hear that. I don't want to use high power because it might get in the microphone and make a funny noise over there, but KG4, am I on it? Oh, there we go. KG4 NWE. Testing audio KG4 NWE on the W4CHR repeater. KG4 NWE is clear. So, that's on 1 watt. The repeater's probably 10 miles away. 8 to 10 miles away. Maybe, well, okay, about 5 miles away. But 1 watt, you heard it. So there it is. And the audio is not bad at all. It is bad. It's not bad. But if I use a hand mic, don't know where my hand mic is right now. But I have a hand mic somewhere. Ah, here we go. I left it over yonder. Over yonder is what we say here in South Carolina when something's over there. It's over yonder. So I'm on the hand mic now, and I'm actually going to have to walk over here because this has a good bit more gain. KG4. Well, let's see. I got to turn it up a little bit. KG4 NWE testing 1 2 3. The hand mic on the Ailunce HD1. KG4 NWE. KG4 NWE is clear. So you can see with the hand mic, the VHF sounds superb FM. Somebody's talking there, and I turned it down on them, but I will get back to them. I bet I know who that is. It might have been the repeater ID. Anyway, let's do a DMR channel. Let's see what that sounds like. Before I do that, let's do a DMR channel, and it sounds great on DMR. It's amazing the sound that it has, the quality of it. A lot of radios have different sound qualities, and see, now I'm holding you guys up. You're sitting there watching me fiddle with this radio here, and this is a TYT, I believe it is, TH9800 mobile, and I really like this radio as well. A side note, the microphone in this TYT9800 it's kind of blah, you know. So I actually took this apart and took a microphone out of an old Motorola hand mic, and I replaced it. Great deal, great deal. So if you have any problems with those, and yeah, feel free to contact me, and that's easy. I'm not an electronics expert, but I do a lot of, let's just say, experimenting. I use a lot of YouTube just like you do. GMRS4. We're on GMRS now on analog FM. And it's just a frequency that I know that nobody is using right now. KG4. Wait, that's the wrong call sign. WQXF 778. WQXF 778 on GMRS4. So, sounds good. Sounds good, right? That's the way it sounds on VHF. Let's see. Here's See, now I'm on the wrong channel again. WQXF 778. WQXF 778 on GMRS4. So, coming through the other radio there, the mobile, it sounds pretty good, right? Okay, let's switch over and do a GMRS, not GMRS, I'm sorry, DMR. Let's use the Ailunce DJ MD40. which I have not done a review about yet. I'm not really good at doing reviews, but I can babble. I can yak about stuff. And yeah, so here's a DMR simplex frequency. Uh-oh, we don't want to do that. We'll just turn that down there. Okay. Operator error.
KG4 NWE. KG4 NWE.
Testing 1, 2, 3. It has a little bit of an echo because I'm standing right here so close to it.
KG4 NWE. Testing audio on the Ailunce HD1. Testing 1D, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Today is Monday.
So it has a very deep, a very low audio. The microphone with the hand mic, it sounds so much better with the hand mic. But the thing is, with the hand mic, you get a lot more highs and a lot more audio, a lot louder sound, and that doesn't necessarily sound good. Kate, let me get away from it. It doesn't necessarily sound good.
KG4 NWE. Testing 1, 2, 3.
1,
2, 3, 4, 5. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't sing on DMR.
Because that's against the rules. Anyway, so you can hear that it's a lot louder. It has a different sound. It may sound better, it may not. It depends on who you're talking to. In my opinion, the stock microphone on the Ailunce HD1 has not so much highs, so to speak, in the audio. That makes it sound less digital, in my opinion. We gotta turn them on. Turn them off. Goofy.
KG4 NWE. Sounds like me. Testing 1, 2, 3.
So to me, it sounds more like a person. You know, it's all about what you want, what you think. The microphone is right where my thumb goes. See it there? It's right where my thumb goes. I have to be very careful not to put the microphone on my thumb, because if I do that, you can't hear me. See? It's right there. But that's really just an operator error. You know, you just have to know it's there, and it does not have DTMF. So when I'm on FM, the DTMF doesn't work, because, like, if I want to get on Echolink or something to use the IRLP node, the DTMF doesn't function yet. One cool thing about these radios, Retivus and Ailunce, they have Facebook pages. And if you ask a question on the Facebook page, there's a few people that are going to answer your question, or they're going to give you some advice or some help. Those people actually work for Retivus and Ailunce. That is 100%. To have, you know, a page where you can go, you can ask a question, you can get information from other users, and also people that actually work at the place. Some of them build the radios, some of them are salesmen, but at this, you know, they're answering questions, you know. So we do know, we don't know when, what she said was, how did she word it exactly? With the DTMF and the microphone gain, a lot of people have complained about that. I understand the complaint. I was actually one of the first ones to complain, but I also understand that it's that way for a reason. But in a firmware update in the future, the DTMF will work, and the microphone, you'll have an option like TY Tools to up that a little bit. But her exact words, I believe, were bugs first, wishes after. Isn't that what she said? Rachel? What? She's got her headphones on. She's watching a movie. What? How did she word that? She said bugs first and...
Bugs first, list one
Yeah.
by one.
Bugs first, wish list one by one. So they are on it. They are doing a great job. Ailunce is, and this radio is 8 watts on UHF. This radio is 10 watts on VHF. This antenna, I put not an MD380. I put an antenna off of one of my Chinese radios. I think it was the Baofeng UV82. I put that antenna on here, and it works really good on here. But don't use 10 watts because it'll get pretty hot. Okay, this antenna was designed for 10 watts, and it works great. Now, I run this mobile. Of course, I put it on my belt clip. I run it mobile. I have a Tram 1185 in the car, which is another side note. The Tram 1185 is about the best magnet mount antenna about this high that you can get. It's resonant from 140 to 170, and it's resonant from 430 to 480. I mean, it's awesome. But anyway, I put that there, the hand mic on there, set that thing in the cup holder, and I am mobile, and I have not had a problem. That's pretty awesome. So this radio is pretty cool. There were some other questions that I saw that I wanted to kind of answer about this thing, and I'm not at all affiliated with Ailunce. I absolutely love them as of this far. I'm not affiliated with them at all. The only communication I've had with them is I had popped a question on Facebook and they sent me an answer. And that's pretty much the only communication I've had with them. And I've read a lot of things. They're answering questions for other people and stuff, and that's really cool. That's 100%. I really like that. On the Ailunce HD1 Retivus, it's a parent company is Retivus, or it's the same company or something. Anyway, their Facebook page here. There's a lot of things going on. You'll see my name in there a little bit, but let's see. There was something that I wanted to talk about. Yes, so the menus are. You can scroll the menus with the dial. It's just really easy. It's different from your MD380s, but it's different. But it is easy. It works super great. It has a direct conversion receiver, which is not a super heterodyne receiver, but it makes it so that it's not $500. It's 180s, 190s, 200s or so, which is, I mean, I'd pay that twice. As a matter of fact, I bought two. When I saw this thing, I was reading these specs, and I said, you know what? I bought one. And when it came, I had it in my hand. I said, KG4NWE, how does this radio sound? That radio sounds good. And I talked to a few people, and you know what? I bought another one. I said, I'm going to put one of these in my mobile, and I'm going to leave it there. So that's what's going on here. But it's a great radio. And I'm not trying to sell you one. But the thing is, there were a lot of questions that I saw that I wanted to answer about this radio. I just can't remember them now. Some folks were asking me, mainly is about the microphone. And I did actually, with that whole microphone ordeal, trying to figure out why it was muffled-ish sometimes, I did take this radio apart. And if you guys at Ailunce or Retivus want to know the model number and the serial number of this radio, it's right here. It's not going to focus. But anyway, the last four are 3977. So, yeah, I'm not going to send it back to you. So don't worry about that. I did take it apart. I don't think I'll have any warranty information, any kind of warranty thing going on here. This radio is pretty jam. pretty jammed up. I'm not jammed up, pretty jam up, which is South Carolina for, you know, thumbs up, whatever. So yeah, I don't know what else to say about this radio. It's fantastic. If you're considering getting one, go ahead and get it. Is my suggestion. I've heard a lot of people have asked me what, you know, they're on the verge, on the thing, you know, on the fence about it. There's nothing wrong with it, and so far it's had one firmware update, and that fixed several things that were going on. So I'm fully confident that everything else is going to be fixed. Yeah, I haven't noticed any bugs. There is one bug that I noticed, but it's kind of a dumb thing, and you know, if you don't want it to happen, don't do it. But if you turn the radio on, it comes on. If you turn the radio off, it goes off. If you turn the radio on and off real fast, it comes on. If you turn it on, it powers down and comes on. And then if you turn it off, it goes off. Well, it looks like I ran out of memory. Operator error, once again. You know, most things that happen with these radios and devices is operator error. We can't help that, I guess.
That version 1 was not very good, but version 2 is really good. I like it.
Some people talking on there. I have the volume down.
A DB Mega sitting on top of.
If it'll pop up, there we go.
Back to you. This is W5MF.
You can't see it because my screen is fuzzy.
Copy there, W5.
My camera, it doesn't. It's my camera. That's the problem. It's not this. But it shows call sign, the name, and everything, and that's customizable as well. But this thing is great. The only bad thing, I'd like to be able to, I have the DTMF, and there's a couple other little things that I'm sure will be fixed with the firmware, but, you know, in due time. The lady said, bugs first, wish list later, so we'll wait till later and see what happens there. But this is the Ailunce HD1. Stand by, keep tuned, like, subscribe. We're going to do a review on the DJ MD40, and we're also going to do a review on, what was that other radio? Oh, a Zoom Spot. I have a Zoom Spot here. If you want to see that, let me know. I heard that they were going to come back with production in a month or two. So I have one ordered that I haven't gotten yet. I do have one that I did get. Thank goodness. I think that's it. I don't have anything else to babble about right now. But yeah, this is a pretty good radio here. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message on Facebook or whatever, and my name's at you'll be able to find my name. My call sign's KG4NWE73. It shows you the name of the people, you know, the contacts on here. Let me scroll around. It'll hold 3,000 channels. 100,000 contacts. Just, I like it. Let's see. Jack 310.
This is W5MF in Central Texas. Yeah, that's pretty damn annoying. Pretty damn ignorant, too. N9SRC.
Please, guys, don't talk like that on the radio. My children are probably listening. That totally caught me off guard. That's just. While we're here, let's talk about that. We're on amateur radio, and this is not Citizens Band. Do you know at one time that Citizens Band radio was licensed, and there was so much of that going on that the people who licensed a Citizens Band radio, the FCC, couldn't handle it anymore. They decided, you know what, screw it. We can't deal with this. We can't stop everybody from doing this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're just going to say no licenses, and look at it now. So, that's just ridiculous. I think, I wanted to make a video about how great this radio is and how much I like it, but that really just made me mad. This is amateur radio. This is not Joe Blob and Billy Joe, arguing on the air here. Anyway, great radio. KG4 NWE.